Hey guys, it's Q and we are back with Wellness Wednesdays. I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing a fun video for you all, more of educational style, where I'm going to discuss with you some of the best foods to eat if you are trying to gain muscle. And I thought this would be a great video because I am on my off season right now, and so the key is gaining as much muscle quality as I can during the off season, because as we know, when you prep, you're basically burning a lot of fat and you do lose a little bit of muscle within prep. So you really want to take advantage of your off season where you're eating more, you're working out really intense with the extra calories that you have to really put on some size, some good muscle quality. So I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite foods to eat if you are trying to gain muscle. So as always, let's go. So the first food that I would recommend if you're someone who's trying to put on some more muscle is the egg. It is kind of a staple within the bodybuilding community. It's very quick, very easy. Anyone can find eggs just about anywhere. So eggs is going to be a great food option because it has a good amount of amino acids in it, and we all know when you're training, you're tearing the muscle, you're breaking it down. So amino acids really help with repairing that muscle. So eggs is a great source of amino acids. It's got a good amount of protein. I believe one egg's got about 6 grams of protein in it. So it's something that's very quick. I know for me personally, like if I have to do a morning workout and I didn't prep maybe a pre-workout meal, I can just whip up, a few eggs and like bagel, just something really quick. If I'm trying to work out in the morning, it's easy. It's, there's so many different ways to cook eggs. I know there's a lot of difference between egg whites and regular eggs, so I'm more referring to a whole egg, just because it's got a little more fats in it. Egg whites obviously are going to be more of the lean option when it comes to eggs. So that is going to be my first food choice is the egg. So muscle gaining food number 2 is going to be lean ground beef, and I would even throw in like some steak, sirloin steak. Like during my off season, I do eat steak as opposed to lean ground beef. It's got a little more fats in it, maybe a little more calories, but it is really great if you're trying to gain that muscle. Red meat obviously is really good for that. Lean ground beef is also good. This is probably my favorite muscle building food option, just because who doesn't like beef? I mean, I love my beef. I always look forward to my last meal of the day because that's usually my beef meal. So it's really good. I know it's higher in calories. That's the only downside to red meat or lean beef. So I know if you're someone who's maybe trying to gain muscle but do it in a very lean way, I'm probably going to mention some other food options that you can choose from. But the second food choice that I'm going to recommend is lean ground beef, and it's got a lot of good fats in it. Fats are really important for you because most of your bodily daily functions for your body to keep you up and going, you need some fats. So don't be afraid of fats. Just make sure they're the good fats that your body is going to actually utilize. And red meat, lean ground beef, sirloin steak is going to be a great option for that. My next muscle building food is going to be chicken breast. Chicken breast is going to be more of the leaner side of chicken. I know chicken can be bland. If you eat it a lot, I know I've ate so much chicken and I'm kind of like chickened out, excuse my pun, but I'm kind of chickened out. But it is a great source of protein. It is really easy. You can find chicken just about anywhere. It's very lean, so that is why chicken is like a bodybuilder's go-to food. But the way to kind of mix it up, and I can have a little more fun since I'm not in competition prep, is just, how you season your chicken, how, you prepare it will make it more exciting, because I know it can be pretty boring if you eat the same types of foods all the time. But chicken is a great option because you get so much bang for your buck with chicken. You've got tons of protein packed in it. It's really fast option. You can prep it, freeze it ahead of time. So chicken is a great option. It's really lean, especially if you're, like I mentioned before, using chicken breasts, because there's so many things that you can do with chicken, right? You can bake it, you can saute it, you can flavor it with so many different low fat or salt free. I know there's like Mrs. Dash has all of those flavoring, seasoning options. So there's so many ways to season your chicken. There's so many recipes out there that you can use chicken in and just make it healthy. Like I know, like if you like pasta, like I love pasta, I can have it now, but maybe if you're someone who's trying to cut back on your carbs, you can get veggie pasta and you can have some chicken with your pasta. You make those fun kind of comfort meals. You can just make them healthier and use chicken instead of, I know some meals might call for like sausage or things that might be not within your calories or your caloric intake or your macros goals, but you can, you know, season your chicken in a similar way. And a lot of times chicken is a great replacement for a lot of those unhealthy comfort food options. So chicken is a great food option when you're trying to put on some muscle, because it's easy, it's quick, and there's so many recipes that out there that you can use chicken with. Now my next food option, kind of getting away from the meats, and this might be a good time to mention that I'm sorry, this is probably vegetarian or vegan friendly. I don't really want to recommend those type of options because that's not my lifestyle. So I can offer you guys what I do, and I know that works for me, and I don't want to throw anything out there that's like vegan friendly, and vegans and vegetarians don't nobody like that. So I will stick with what I know. So the next option to put on some muscle is cottage cheese. I know a lot of people are like, ew, gross, cottage cheese, and I used to feel that way, but I started eating cottage cheese when I first started prepping, and I actually enjoy it. I think a lot of times cottage cheese gets a really bad rep, and a lot of people just avoid it even if they've never tried it because there's just so much, everyone just says they hate it. But to me, it's very similar to like Greek yogurt, which Greek yogurt might be a good option if you don't like cottage cheese. So these are dairy products, so if you are lactose intolerant, if that does bother you a little bit, then maybe, you know, avoid it. But I know, like with me, I am up and down with my dairy intake. So sometimes if I have a lot of it, I start to feel uncomfortable. It starts, you know, to bother me a little bit. But I kind of work it in and out of my diet because, you know, you just gotta listen to your body. So if it's been a while, then, you know, maybe throw a little dairy back in and maybe not have so much dairy, like if, you know, you're trying to bring it back into your system. And I know cottage cheese comes in those nice convenient little packs, and for me that was perfect. And I know I usually have some fruit with it, so like I have like the little pineapple. I know sometimes with cottage cheese it comes in those little packs so you can put the little fruit options in it. So I say cottage cheese is great. It's super easy, it's super convenient, and it is really packed with protein. Like I was surprised with how much protein is in one little tub of cottage cheese. So it's one of those things, especially like if you're on the run and it's hard for you to get all your meals in a day, like work smarter, not harder. So if you've got, hey, I've got a little salad, let me add some cottage cheese, because boom, now you just racked up your protein intake just by adding that one little thing to the meal that you were already gonna have. And so if you're packing more into your smaller meals throughout the day, then maybe instead of eating 6 meals, now you can eat 4 because you've just added something in there that's convenient, quick to grab, that's really gonna help you build that muscle, really give you a good protein source. And it's very convenient for you while you're on the run. And my last food option, I'm just trying to pick foods that are kind of convenient, gets to the point, gives you a good amount of protein, gives you a lot of bang for your buck. So protein powder. So whatever protein powder is best for you. I know there's a lot between whey and isolate. I would just kind of maybe ask the person, you know, who you're getting it from, like, hey, my goal is this, because I'm talking about more so muscle building. So you just kind of need to get some protein in there. And I know there's so many things out there that can confuse you with all the different proteins, and I can talk about that more when I talk about supplements that I take in my supplement video coming up soon. So I'm just gonna kind of keep it generic. Protein powder, it's very fast, very quick. I love my protein shakes because when I'm I have so many meals that I have to kind of fit into a day. So having one of my meals be a shake is so convenient, especially because I generally eat them right after training. So when I'm done with training, I really don't want to eat, like, I really don't want to create or prepare yet another meal after training. So it's really easy to have that protein shake to kind of chug down after my workout, and then it takes all the guesswork out of it. You know exactly how much protein is in the scoop because it says it on the bottle. So it's really easy, and it's gonna help. And as I mentioned before, it's packed with protein. And so the whole point when you're trying to build muscle is making sure your protein is high, making sure your muscles are being fed. And when you're breaking down your muscle, these are great food options that are going to repair that muscle, because the little tears are great because then that lets you know when it rebuilds, the muscle is going to get bigger. So you really want to make sure you're having foods that are going to help grow that muscle rather than foods that are maybe just going to just burn fat or kind of keep you hungry, because what is your body going to do? It's going to start utilizing or feeding on that muscle, and then that's when people start to lose muscle and they feel like, oh, I'm working out but I'm just still so lean, I'm still so thin, because maybe you're not eating the right foods that are helping to repair and build and grow that muscle. So protein powder is great, it's very convenient. Even if you just get the pre-made proteins like, Lean Body or Muscle Milk, those things are really great too. Maybe if you're a beginner and you just don't know, takes the guesswork out of making a shake, you don't know what to do. There's so much in this industry now to where it's convenient and quick for people. So don't get too caught up in this versus that, and everyone's got an opinion on every supplement and everything that's out there. It can get confusing, but hey, the bottle says 32 grams of protein. At least you're getting those 32 grams of protein. And try to keep in mind, if you're being very active, if you're training really hard, you're gonna need it. So that's gonna be very helpful for you, and it's a supplement. So of course, getting protein, getting that muscle building from actual food is always gonna be the best. But life happens and we all need a little help. So I know I do, and it's a great supplement to add into your whole meal plan with everything else that you're going to be eating throughout the day. So these are my 5 foods that are great for muscle building. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please comment below what other videos that you guys would like to see. I'm going to probably start vlogging more, showing you guys more day in the life, how I eat, how I train just on a regular basis, because I feel like that's kind of the best way to learn, to see someone's routine as a whole, because it kind of helps it be more relatable to you in your life and figure out how you can apply it. So as always, be sure to like and comment, share this video, let me know what other videos are going to be helpful for you guys moving forward in the future, and be sure to follow me on social media. I give you guys day-to-day, more real time of what I'm doing and how I'm juggling this whole entrepreneurship journey, with real life. And it's great to see and share my journey with you all, and I'll be sure to help you guys out and share in your journey as well. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye.